Make 300 cookies and 50 Rocky Roads with me for Mother's Day. I teamed up with a florist to make these beautiful gift boxes for mums, which were for pre-order, and Mother's Day in the UK anyway was last Sunday. So half the box was some lovely flowers and the other half of the box was for me to fill. So I did 3 chocolate chip cookies, 3 jam on toast cookies and 1 slab of Cherry Bakewell Rocky Road. We were very, very lucky and are very, very grateful that we got lots of orders, but we capped it at 50 because they just kept rolling in and we thought 50 is probably a manageable amount for both of us. I actually got my Rocky Road prepped the day before, so on this day all I did was needed to chop it all up, package it all, which looks like very quick in this video, but it actually takes a lot of time. And then it was cookie making time. I think I used about 60 eggs and 30 of those needed separating. I used the same base recipe for my cookies, which just makes it easier for me. I browned all my butter the day before to try and be a bit more organized because that does take quite a lot of time. So then obviously by the next day it's cooled and just ready to go. I don't know why I started out in mixing bowls and then transferred it to these when I could have just started it in these. It just seemed like it made sense at the time, but now I'm looking back, absolutely doesn't. Every time I do a massive batch like this, I always think, God, I really need one of those massive big mixers you can get. But then when I actually think about it and think about how much they cost and how much the space they take up, I just think, well, at least my arms are getting a good workout. Once the cookie dough was done, half of it was obviously for my chocolate chip, so that had milk chocolate in it, and then the other half of the cookie dough was for my jam on toast, which has white chocolate chips in it. I have to also mention as well that I knew that this was going to be a really, really busy week for me, basically doing this on top of what I already do, which is many, many hours of work. So I had childcare sorted until about 5:30 in the evening, and of course at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon I got a phone call from school saying, can you come and pick one of them up, which is just sod's law when you have like your busiest day of the year. So at this point I was very much running behind schedule, but all the chocolate chip cookies were done and baked the day before, left the other cookie dough in the fridge chilling overnight, and then in the morning this was my first job, which was to make the jam on toast. These jam on toast cookies have gone viral over the last few weeks on the internet. You've probably seen several people making them if you do follow other bakers. I've tweaked it slightly just to suit what I already do. But in a nutshell, they are white chocolate chip cookies with some jam mixed through, and then they are rolled in blended up jam on toast, which means when they're baked, the breadcrumbs on the outside go crunchy and crispy, and then the cookie on the inside should stay soft and chewy. You can obviously use whatever jam you like, but I chose the classic strawberry. I've only ever made small batches of these before just to test them out, and I did slightly underestimate how much time these were going to take, because obviously usually I just roll up my cookie dough and stick them in the oven, whereas these are rolled in breadcrumbs, have jam put on. Yes, that doesn't sound like a lot, but it does take a lot of extra time. But we got them done, and then Friday evening we did the big swap of the flowers, and I boxed up all the cookies and Rocky Road that were going to her because people were either collecting from the florist or from